Welcome to Dose of DeAnn, where you'll get a little shot of what my life is like living with SMA. Today you actually get a shot of what someone else's life is like living with SMA. I had the pleasure to do an interview with an incredible young lady named Leah. She actually has her own YouTube channel you might have run across, Leah's SMA Adventures. If not, we'll put the link below. I highly recommend checking it out. She always has a positive attitude and looks like she's having lots of fun. That's why I wanted to do this interview with her and just show you what her life has been like living with SMA. Here's the interview. Take a look. Well, it's nice to finally virtually meet you in person.
Yeah.
I've been following your vlog for a little while now.
Cool.
So, well, first of all, I wanted to thank you for taking time out of your day to meet with me and talk with me.
Yep.
And so, should we just dive right into it?
Sure.
First of all, I guess I'd like you to tell me a little bit more about yourself. I know some of the followers on SMA News Today follow your vlog, but some might not know you. So if you want to just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. So I'm in 7th grade. I'm 13. I was diagnosed with SMA when I was 14 months old. And yeah.
And how did that come about? Did your parents notice something wasn't quite right, or?
Yeah, like I wasn't like at that age you should be like starting to pull yourself up or starting to crawl. And like whenever my mom would like put me in a crawling position, I would just start crying and I couldn't hold myself up. So then they were kind of like, yeah, that's not right. So
That's kind of the same with me too. My mom was like, I think she should be walking by now, and
yeah.
kind of, I could crawl, but my legs wouldn't follow very well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I could kind of like army crawl, but it wasn't how I was supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much kind of similar to me as well. So, and then, for you, what's it kind of been like growing up? You've never walked then? So,
No.
What's it kind of been like as a kid?
I think I was pretty positive kid. I wasn't really like sad about it. Yeah, I mean like sometimes it would be hard, but then my mom would just be like, it's fine. Like, yeah, like it helped that my mom was also really positive. Like some parents will be really sad in front of their kids, and then the kids will be sad. But my mom was very positive too, and she wouldn't let me get sad about it. So that helped.
And how old were you when you got your first electric wheelchair?
I was 2, but I had to do like the training when I was like 1.5. So I was really little.
I had to wait till I was in 1st grade.
Wow. Yeah, I was a teeny tiny little baby, and yeah, that was crazy.
You're probably a pro, even more than I was then.
Yeah, yep, I'm pretty good at it. Yeah.
So what's school like for you?
So I have an aide, but it's just for the bathroom. So we just have like a set time and I go to the bathroom with her. And then I just have really good classmates and really good friends who help me get my stuff out of my locker and just help me with stuff and meet me at my locker at the end of the day, help me get my coat on, and yeah, so that's good.
That's kind of similar to me as well. I had an aide that helped with the bathroom, and they'd help me get ready for the bus and stuff too. So yeah. And how about your friends? It sounds like you have a really great group of friends. Do they ever ask about your disability?
They do. Most of my friends know about it. And like I try and bring my friends to like, I brought my friend, one of my really good friends to like an SMA walk, and like, so I'll bring them to places like that. And yeah, I mean, they've asked me about it before, but they're just, yeah.
How about like birthday parties and getting into your friends' houses? Do you do more at your house, or are you able to get into your friends' houses, things like that?
I mean, most of the time I invite people to my house because it's just easier. And, but sometimes I recently got a portable power chair, which is so cool. It comes apart and then into like 5 pieces, and then you can move it around. So that has been super nice when I need to go to other people's houses, and I
Yeah.
can actually just drive around. So that has been amazing and super nice because I don't have to be in a manual chair and I can actually go around by myself. So that's been really helpful. But yeah, most of the time, like sleepovers and stuff, I just do it at my house because it's a lot easier to have my mom there.
I bet.
Yeah.
And how about traveling? Do you have a vehicle, accessible vehicle, or
Yeah, we have an accessible van.
so
Yeah.
are you able to stay in your wheelchair then?
Yeah, we just have like a ramp and then the middle of the van is open. So then I can just stay in my chair, which is nice. Huh?
Yeah, I know. When I was a kid, we used to like set me in the van, and I'd be falling over and all kinds of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's nice to
Yeah,
get
it's nice to stay in the chair.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as far as school goes, how are your classes? Do you take your own notes, or do you have a tablet that you use, or do you have any special accommodations class-wise?
Well, I'm pretty good with taking notes. Yeah, I'm pretty good with that. If I'm taking a lot of notes, I usually use a pen because it's easier than using a pencil. But most of our stuff is online too. Like when we have to do a lot of writing, and typing is a lot easier for me than writing. So I'm pretty good with that. Sometimes if I really have a lot to do, I'll use like voice to type on the computer. But yeah, I haven't had to use that this year, I don't think.
That's good.
Yeah.
I know. When I was a kid too, they had me take typing classes really early on, so I could use a computer and a laptop.
Yeah.
And now with tablets, it's even easier.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty quick at typing, but yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, how many boys have put their foot in front of your tire and had you run it over?
A lot. A lot of boys will be like, run it over. And I'm like, no.
Do you do it or not? You don't do it?
I mean, sometimes they'll just like do it on purpose and then they'll be like, she ran over my foot. And I'm like, I can't stop that quick.
I know. I've had that too, where they just stick their foot right under
Yeah.
and then they're surprised when it hurts.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's kind of your own fault. Yeah.
Now, you've started Spinraza, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you've been you've been on Spinraza for about a year?
Yeah, I started in August of 2017. So it's a little over a year.
And how did you learn about it?
Well, one day my mom, it was like the day before Christmas or whatever, and we were on the way to a Christmas party, and my mom was reading Facebook, and then she goes, like, she was super excited. I'm like, what? And then she told me, and I was like, whoa, that's cool. And at first I was kind of like, that's kind of, because I didn't know about the shot in my spine. I was like, But then, I mean, it's totally fine, and it's worth it.
So, and the process has been really good for you? You haven't had any trouble at all?
There's been only one doctor who just has not been very good. But every other doctor I've had has done perfect, and I get put to sleep for it. So that's nice. They just put me to sleep, and then they do the shot.
Now, do you have is your spine fused?
I actually got the magic rods.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not fused. So that they said it's like going through a goalpost and they can just go right in. So that's been great too. And we were actually I was gonna get fused, and then the day before my surgery, my doctor called my mom and said, game changer, like we just got approved for magic rods. And we were like, at first we were like, let's just stick to fusion because that's what we were gonna do. But now it turns out it's been way better to have the magic rods. And Spinraza, and yeah.
Those didn't exist when I was a kid either, so I have the full fusion. How has the magic rods been for you, and do you have to get your spine fused at a later date?
So the magic rods are actually to their max. They are maxed out of length. So like they would magnetically grow me every 3 months, which is so cool. Like they put a magnet on my back and just grow me, which is crazy. And so that's to the max. So now we are gonna schedule fusion. We haven't scheduled it yet, but I have a list of like appointments that I had to do like pre-op before surgery. So we're kind of checking those off the list, and then we're gonna schedule a date probably over spring break to get fusion.
Now, will they leave an opening so you can continue your Spinraza injections?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, but they're gonna do something so that I can continue getting it. Yeah.
I know, even though I have a fusion, I do get Spinraza, but they go through my side more, so it's a little bit trickier of a process, but I know if you can, leave a window open, or I don't know what they do either, but that's...
yeah, they're gonna do something. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah.
Very cool. So I know you have a YouTube channel, and you also have a blog.
Yeah, I kind of started the blog like, I think a year or 2 years ago, which I'm not really active on that anymore, but I'm active on the YouTube channel.
Well, that's more fun anyway, right?
Yeah, that's more fun than just typing stuff out. It's more fun to actually do it.
So and you also have done some speaking engagements about SMA, is that right?
Yeah, like at one of the SMA walks by us, the past 2 years I've spoke at that walk.
How did you kind of get into doing that, or what made you want to be an advocate for SMA?
I just think it's like important for people to like learn about it, and a lot of people don't know like everything that's involved with it. So yeah.
Well, I think that's really cool. I just I saw a commercial for, I think it's Dancing with the Stars Juniors, and someone said, "You're never too young to change the world." So I think that's pretty cool that you're doing that.
Yeah.
And what's kind of a message that you want to convey to people that aren't aware of SMA? Like what do you hope that people understand more or know about?
Well, like it's not always just like it's not always just like a cute girl in a wheelchair. Like there's a lot more than just, there's a lot more appointments and a lot more involved in that. And then it's not always easy, but just stay positive.
I think that's really important too, to stay positive. And what's kind of your day like? I think people only see us in our wheelchairs, and they don't know like that it's kind of a process.
Yeah.
But what's your process like?
Well, I usually like get up and I get my chair. Then my mom has to unplug my chair, obviously. And then like I take all my medicine and stuff, and eat breakfast, that kind of stuff. And then before bed, I obviously have to plug it back in, take my night medication. Yeah.
Do you have health concerns? Have you had breathing issues or anything like that?
Thankfully not. Like I don't have to sleep with like a BiPAP or anything like that. I did just get over pneumonia a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was not. Yeah, and then I had it for like a week, so I was on an antibiotic, and then I was better, and then I got it again. So then they had to put me on a different antibiotic, and thankfully that worked. So, yeah.
Do you use any like nebulizers or cough assist machines, anything like that?
I have a cough assist. I really just use that when I'm sick.
Yeah.
I also have a BiPAP, but I only use that if I'm really sick. And then I do inhalers. So when I had pneumonia, I was doing an albuterol inhaler, but now I just do like QVAR, which is like steroid. And I do that every day.
And do you do anything special to avoid getting sick?
Not really. Just try to, wash my hands and don't go by people if they're sick. I don't think a lot of people at school realize, like parents, because so many parents send their kids to school sick. And I wish people would realize that, like, there's people like me who can get sick very easily. And if your kid is sick, don't send them to school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like a girl that was sitting by me the other day, she was like so sick and she's like, I just want to go home, but my parents didn't let me. And I was like, oh, like,
Don't you want
let them stay home.
Don't you want to call up the parents and say, keep your kid home?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and there's been parents before that have even said like, oh, we kept our kid home because we didn't want to get Leah sick, which is good. But then there's some parents that are like, still send their kid, and I'm like, oh.
Now, do you have any siblings?
I have a little sister at my dad's house. And she's 4. Yep.
I have an older sister, and she has kids now that are right around your age.
Cool.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing I wanted to know about is, like, do you do physical therapy or occupational therapy, anything like that?
So I started out by doing PT and OT when I was like really little, when I was first diagnosed. And then I started school. So then I was just doing PT at school. But now that I started middle school, it's just like doing PT in school, like taking me out of school is kind of not good because you miss a lot. So we started over the summer. I was doing PT at Children's Hospital, but then when school started, we decided to do OT because we want to get my hands stronger with Spinraza. So now I'm doing OT at Children's after school, like once a week.
Yeah, I've done OT too to kind of work on my arms and stuff. And
yeah,
I kind of wish I would have kept up with it when I was young, but I didn't care for it so much when I was your age.
Yeah, I think I like OT probably better than PT, but I don't know. Now we're working on cooking in OT. We actually have a kitchen that we went to, and we made mac and cheese, and we're just trying to figure out how we can adapt stuff so that I can cook at home. So that's kind of cool.
It's kind of nice when you can figure out ways that you can do things.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom is thinking about ordering a hot plate so then I can put it on the counter with the islands, and then I can just pull up and make stuff. So that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. So I know when I was in college, I had an apartment that had the dials and buttons on the front of the stove.
Yeah.
So that's, but yeah, a hot plate would be really handy.
Yeah, our stove does have the things in the front, but with ours you have to push them in and then turn it. So that's kind of hard for me. So.
And do you do a lot of adaptations on your own? Do you come up with, I know in one of your videos you used a stick to turn off your mom's computer, I think. And
yeah, I have a stick that I use. It was actually from one of my Halloween costumes, and I use it for everything. Like, I mean, I use it to turn on lights. I mean, like everything. Sometimes if I drop things, I'll stick tape to the end of it, and I'll try and pick it up. So
I've
I mean, like,
done that trick.
yeah. I mean, one time I think it was a magnet. So I got like that tape. I stuck it, and then I picked up the magnet. Yeah, the stick is very helpful.
Yep, I have one. I have one of those too. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there is one more question that I'm sure everybody wants to know. Have you tried any more jerky sticks?
Oh, I haven't. Every time my friend comes over, we're gonna try a new jerky stick.
I wanna see how. I think if you have an alligator one, I wanna see how you like that.
Yeah, I think we do have an alligator one somewhere.
I tried alligator. We, as a family, we always watched the show Survivor. Have you ever watched that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
One year we decided to make weird stuff like they had to eat. So I have tried alligator.
Was it good?
I'm not a fan. I don't think I'd eat it again. But maybe it'll be better in jerky form.
Maybe.
So, well, thanks again for meeting with me, and we'll put a link to your vlog on our on this video. So, well, have a good day then.
Yep. Bye.
And I love your positive attitude.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. Thanks again, Leah, for talking with me. I really had fun talking to you. I love your positive outlook on life, and I think that's something that everybody can learn from, whether they have SMA or not. So I hope you enjoyed the interview, and we will talk to you again soon. Have a good day, everyone. Bye for now.